Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a super chatty get ready with me, and I have like a family Indian event to go to, so I thought I would do a full face of glam. And I have a ton of new products to share with you guys, and most of these I have not tried in the past. Yeah, like 95% of them I've not tried yet. I thought I would try these out on camera and share my initial thoughts, my first impressions, my first reactions, so you guys can see if these actually work for my skin tone, because there is so much newness in the market, and sometimes even for a beauty blogger like myself, it can be really overwhelming to see what works and what doesn't work. So hopefully this kind of simplifies it for you. Without further ado, let's get right into a super chit-chatty get ready with me. For my face primer, because I've been so into priming my skin, I have 3 different face products or face primers that I want to try out. Actually, one of these I have tried in the past and I love it so much. So I don't know if I want to use that, but I'll show you guys these anyway. So this is the Bobbi Brown Extra Bare Glow Illuminating Moisture Balm. This thing is amazing and I highly recommend this for all different skin tones. This gives your face such a beautiful glow and it's just really nice, but I don't think I'm going to use this today because I have used this in the past. But I haven't tried these 2 face primers. So I have the NYX Honey Dew Me Up face primer, and then I also have the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Illuminating Primer base. I've really been into like illuminating primers, so I want to try this out. But then look at this thing. Doesn't this look so insanely intriguing? I feel like I want to try this out because I've seen so many girls on Instagram use it and it just looks so like such a unique product. So here's what it looks like. Oh my god, it literally looks like honey. What the heck? It smells like citrusy, but then it almost smells like Elmer's glue as well. It is such an odd scent and I'm kind of afraid to put this on my face, but let's just go for it anyway. Oh, you guys, this is really sticky and I actually think I just got some in my mouth. Okay, I don't know how I'm feeling about this. But we're just gonna keep going because I feel like I've already started. Now let's just go ahead and blend this out, and wow, that literally feels like you're using honey on your face. You guys, you see this? Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my god, this is so sticky. Okay, I just have to maybe just not talk and just apply this and then come back with my final thoughts because that was weird. Sorry guys, my camera died, but that also just gave me like 2 minutes of really letting this powder, or not powder, this primer sit in my skin. And I have to say, my skin really does look very glowy, but I just don't know like how I feel about this feeling. Like, it just feels like there's like a layer of something on my face. So I want to put that out there. It's just a weird product, let's just say that. Anyway, now it is time to move on to the rest of my makeup, and I think I'm going to start today off by color correcting my skin because I have been so into color correcting my face recently. So today I'm going to use the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, and this is actually not a concealer. This is a color corrector in the shade Apricot. The reason why I'm using a peach color corrector on the discoloration, or like the parts of my face that are a little bit darker than the rest of my skin, is because the peach undertone is going to cancel out the blue that I'm getting underneath my eyes, around my mouth. It's just like basic color theory. If you look at like, what is that called? Like a color chart, the color wheel. So for my foundation today, I initially wanted to use the Sahi Cosmetics foundation in the shade VF 4.1, but I tried this out on the back of my hand. And as pretty as the packaging is, unfortunately this color match is just way off for my skin tone. It's too light for me, so I can't use this as much as I wanted to, because this brand, again, is one of those brands that's like made for medium skin, Indian skin, but unfortunately the color match is just a little bit off. So instead, I'm going to use one of my current favorite foundations, and this is definitely a product you guys have seen me talk about, especially on Instagram. But I don't think I've talked about it on YouTube, so I thought I would include it in this video as well. Today I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation in the shade Sable, and this is such a good match for my skin. And I just took about 2 full pumps. I am going to a party. I do want a more like full coverage base, so I don't mind that I took like a little bit more product than I normally would. But I just love this foundation because even if you apply like too much of it, it doesn't like look heavy on the skin at all. It just looks like your skin, but like your perfect skin, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my beauty sponge and blend out the Bare Minerals foundation all over my skin. You see what a great color match this is? Like it literally, if I just do this, it literally matches my neck perfectly. I love it. Now I will tell you this, that in the summer I tan, and I tan a lot. Not like in a tanning salon or anything. My skin gets very dark very quickly, which I love. I love it when my skin is tanned. I know for a fact that in the summer this is going to be a little bit too light for me, but right now on my skin as is, this is like a beautiful shade. I love it. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what a beautiful color match Sable is to my actual skin tone. I love it so much. Now it is time for my concealer, and today I'm going to be using some new concealers from Laura Mercier. This is called the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealers, and I've heard really, really good things about these. So I have two different shades here. This is in the shade 3W, and then this is in the shade 4N. And honestly, 4N looks like it's going to match my skin tone exactly. But I do really want to also brighten my face. So I'm going to just go in with 3W. And I'm going to just apply this directly underneath my eyes, where I usually like to apply to really brighten up my skin. And wow, this applicator, more than anything else, is amazing. It actually makes it so easy to apply the concealer where you want it to. It like deposits the color so nicely. I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully you guys can see more than how I'm explaining it, because sometimes I'm just so bad at like explaining what's like going on in my head. Does anyone else relate? Anyway, I just applied this concealer on the usual parts of my face where I really like to brighten up my skin. And once again, we're just gonna quickly blend this out. And that actually blends in really, really nicely also. I will say though, this concealer is definitely not full coverage. It's more on like the medium coverage, but that's not a bad thing. I'm just like pointing that out for anyone, you know, that might be interested in purchasing this concealer. It looks really, really nice on the skin. It just gives my skin like such a beautiful, like glowy finish. I love that. Okay, now to set everything in place, I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. And I have not seen this before. They just sent this to me. I don't know if this is new or not. I kind of feel like I've seen it online, so maybe it's not new, but it's definitely new to me. Like I've never used this before, so I'm really, really excited to try this out. I'm gonna just use this all over my skin, but I'm gonna start off by taking some on my brush and just setting my under eye in place before anything else, because I don't want my concealer to set and crease. And then I'm just gonna kind of take this all over my face. Okay, now to contour my skin, I actually don't have like a new bronzer. I do have a bronzer that's new, but I don't have a true contour powder. Actually, let me see if this palette has one. Oh, it does. Okay, so I was gonna use the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette, and there is a contour shade in here. Let me see. Ooh, you guys, that looks like it's way too light for my skin tone. This one right here. This actually looks like it's gonna be my skin exactly, but let's just give it a go. So I'm gonna just apply this on the sides of my face. It gives me a little something something. Nothing like too drastic, but oh, I definitely see it. Wow, I was not expecting this to work, you guys, because in the pan, like this straight up looks like my skin tone. I'm so surprised that this actually worked, because I was not expecting that, but I really, really like how this looks. I wish it was a little bit more on the cooler side, but I don't hate it. Let's just go ahead and use a blush from this palette as well. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the shade Score, which is like a peachy, pinky shade. And I love wearing colors like this, first of all, for my skin tone, but especially with Indian outfits. They just complement like the jewelry, the outfits so beautifully. So I'm gonna just apply that on the apples of my cheeks and just like really bring it back. That's a pretty color. Okay, this palette, I'm into it so far. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and use a highlight from here as well, because This is like really working so well for my skin right now. I actually was going to use another highlight, but I'll save that for another video. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the shade Sin, which kind of looks, let's just see it. Let's just see how it works on my skin. That's actually really pretty too. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Urban Decay, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really too excited about this palette. Not for any reason. Like, I just, you know, it's one of those products where you're like, do I really need this? Like, another face palette? But this actually worked for my skin so beautifully. I'm so shocked right now, but in the best way possible. Okay, so my face makeup is done. Now it is time to move on to the eyes. I just went ahead and applied my eyeshadow base, and today I used the MAC Lane Low paint pot. I love this paint pot so much. As you guys can see, it just works perfectly to hide any discoloration on my eyes and prep my eyes for any eyeshadow that I'm going to put on top of my base. But anyway, for my eyes today, I am going to be using the new KKW and Mario eyeshadow palette. Now, I got this in the mail like 3 days ago, and I couldn't help myself. I did swatch some of these shades, and they're really pretty. First of all, this is what the outer packaging looks like. Very simple, very clean, like super clean. And this does have like some weight to it, so it's not like, it doesn't feel cheap. It's like very sturdy. But anyway, this is what all of the eyeshadows look like. I think I'm just going to go ahead and start off by using this middle shade right over here. This is shade Miami. I'm just going to start to apply this in the outer corner of my eye, in my crease, and just bring this eyeshadow back and forth, but really just build the color into my crease first. Now, I personally feel like every single eyeshadow palette out there should have a transition color like this. You guys know I love colors like this. To always just like lay out first. Before I do anything else, I always just like to have a transition shade, because that just like helps to blend all the other eyeshadows you put on top so easily into one another. So I really love palettes that have this beautiful like medium matte brown shade. This is in the shade Albanian, and I'm gonna just take that on the same brush that I was just using and go right on top of Miami. And what I'm doing here is just building my eyeshadow slowly but surely, because this is just going to add that dimension and that like 3D look that we all love into the eyeshadow and make it super smoky. I kind of just wish the name of the eyeshadows were like on the palette instead of in the back. But anyway, I'm going to just take this shade right here. This is in the shade Glam, and I'm not going to use it on its own. I do want to really make it super intense. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Centering Citrus Primer Water. I'm just going to spray this on my brush. And this primer water is in collaboration with Nicol Concilio. So congrats to Nicole for her collab with Smashbox. I love seeing YouTubers do big things with brands. It just makes me so happy. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take Glam. And I just am using this with a wet brush. And I'm going to apply this all over my lid. And oh my gosh, that's so stunning. This eyeshadow is really reminding me of MAC's Woodwinked. It's almost the same color, and I love MAC's Woodwinked. So this is beautiful, and I really like it. Okay, now to really make this look pop, I have to try out this shade right here. This is called 2008, and this is just gonna go in the inner corner of my eyes to really make my eyes pop. Wow, that's actually super pigmented, and I didn't even use that wet. I kind of want to go in a little bit and smoke this out a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the shade Loyalty. Yep, I think this is Loyalty, which is this shade right here. But I really want to just smoke this look out more than like I even intended to. So I'm going to just put this in the outer V of my eye. And you guys, the party that I'm going to today is like super casual. And I'm going to show up there looking like what? Like so over the top. I'm always like the one that shows up like so overdressed at all my Indian events. But you know what? We're having way too much fun with these eyeshadows, so I'm just going to go for it. Why not? Okay, now I'm finally using this shade right here, which is called Libra. And I'm gonna just apply this directly underneath my waterline. And wow, that's super intense. I kind of wanted to use this on my lid today, but I don't really wear a lot of color on my eyelids. So I'm just gonna use it like this, and wow, that's really intense. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with Loyalty, and I'm just gonna apply this right on top of Libra, just in the outer V. And what this is doing is just really smoking out this look and pulling it together. Okay, so this is what my eyeshadow is looking like right now. I do just want to go in and apply a little bit of my eyeliner. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish this look. So I'm just taking the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Black Noir. And I'm going to apply this in my waterline. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Smashbox Always On Liquid Eyeliner. And this is in collaboration with Lily Singh. And I'm just going to go ahead and create my cat eyeliner look with this. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm super messy with my eyeliner. And that is because I'm going to go back in with Loyalty from the KKW palette. And I'm just going to go ahead and smudge my eyeliner as I have been doing recently. I'm so into that look still. I'm just going to take Loyalty and like run it as close to my eyeliner as possible to just really smudge it out. Okay, now for my mascara, I'm going to be using the Lancome Mon Sieur Big mascara. This is actually not new for me, but I don't really like opening up new mascaras because once you open them, you only have 3 months to use them. So I'm just kind of trying to use up what I have, and in like a few days, I should definitely get rid of this mascara. So I thought I would use it one last time, and I really like this mascara, you guys. And even though I've been using this for a couple of months now, it still feels like it's brand new. So if you guys are looking to invest in a high-end mascara, I really recommend the Mon Sieur Big from Lancome. Okay, so I'm going to apply my falsies in just a few minutes, but I just realized that I have not filled in my brows today. I was looking at myself and I was like, what is different? Like, something just does not look the same. And I noticed that I forgot to fill in my brows. So I'm going to use the new CoverGirl Honey Brown. I was going to say Honey Bronze, but it's called Honey Brown eyebrow pencil. And it looks like this. Now, anytime I can find like a drugstore eyebrow pencil, I love trying them out because I feel like there's really not that many good drugstore eyebrow pencils or eyebrow products in general. So they sent this to me the other day and I was like, ooh, this looks really interesting. So here we go, trying it out. And this actually feels very like waxy, but not in a bad way. You want a little bit of wax in your brow pencils because that helps to just like hold everything in place. And this actually feels more on like the waxy-er side. So I am really into it. And this color is amazing for my brows. Oh, I'm really liking this brow pencil. This is definitely giving me Anastasia vibes for sure, but at like a fraction of the cost. Okay, so I have all of my jewelry and everything done. Since this like outfit is so heavy on top, as you guys can see, I just went with these really simple earrings. I got these, I think, at Forever 21, and they kind of really work so perfectly with this outfit. But anyway, let's just go ahead and finish this look with the lip. I have so many new lipsticks that I want to try. I actually have some more right here also. Mostly from Kat Von D, Bite Beauty, and Marc Jacobs. Aren't they all from Kendo brands? I didn't even like plan to do that. But anyway, I think I'm going to use... Ooh, this is really pretty. This is called Sugar and Spice. That actually looks really nice, and that might match my outfit really nicely also. But then I also saw this shade right here. This is Lolita 2, and I do have the Lolita 2 in liquid lipstick form. But I think I'm going to go with Lolita 2. Even though the Marc Jacobs one is beautiful as well, I think I'm going to go with Lolita because I feel like this is going to match my outfit a little bit more today. Okay, so this is the final look. I love the eyes. I just like love how like sparkly, not sparkly, like they're just like bright and they just like pop. And I definitely have to say, besides just the eyeshadows, these eyelashes also really did help a lot to really make them pop. So loving the eyes, they're so me. And I was actually kind of worried about this like blue shade, but I think it's actually so stunning and it really works with my embroidery here. I also love my skin. I love this nude lipstick, you guys. I'm definitely going to be doing an updated nude lipstick coming very soon. Stay tuned. But I'm just like obsessed with this entire look. I will be sure to link everything that I used in this video in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!